Hi, my name is Natalie. The purpose of our policy is to better shift reports by moving the shift report to the bedside. This will increase patient involvement, it will provide patient privacy, and increase patient safety and quality of care. The policy will outline the steps that the hospital will take to implement the change and the benefits that will occur.
Hello, my name is Lindsay, and just to give you a little bit of background on our policy. So shift report is traditionally done at the nurse's station, not involving the patient. And this is a clinical issue because it limits the nurse's visualization. So this can cause potential safety issues. Patients often feel less satisfied with this quality of care because they don't have time to voice concern. Or in addition, another risk that happens with traditional shift report, not at the bedside, is there's a lot more room for medication errors. And so just overall, this situation of bedside shift report, shift report specifically not done at the bedside, leaves room for potential patient harm. So this is why we want to implement this policy.
The procedures of this policy will mostly apply to nurses and patients because they are the ones directly affected by the policy. Other healthcare members that may be involved include nurse leaders, physicians, and management.
Hi, my name is Brooklyn. Here at South Campus Hospital, we have a mission to ensure that our patients receive the best quality of care, are satisfied with their care, and that they also are in a safe environment. The procedures we're about to show you is how to properly implement a specific format of shift report at the bedside to enhance patient participation.
Hi, my name is Ashley, and we're going to go over the procedures that we use to ensure that the patient is involved in the bedside shift report and the ways that we can improve their safety and their satisfaction. The first procedure is that when the incoming nurse is with the outgoing nurse, they'll talk a little bit about the patient and then they'll enter the patient's room. When they do this exchange of information, they're going to follow a specific format and structure that the hospital does provide for them. Second, the incoming nurse is going to review the patient chart. They're going to take notes, and then the two nurses will proceed to have their verbal shift report. Third, the report does need to take place at the bedside of the patient. Fourth, the incoming nurse does need to be introduced to the patient. At this point, the patient will be invited to participate in the shift report. And fifth, the report will need to take place face-to-face so that way everyone can communicate openly. This gives the patient the opportunity to ask questions and be more involved in their care. The patient can opt to be excluded from the shift report for any reason that they would like. Or if the patient is incapacitated and unable to participate, the shift report can take place outside of the patient's room or away from the bedside.
Sixth, any people in the patient's room, family, friends, loved ones, they will be invited to leave before the shift report is given, just to protect patient privacy. If the patient prefers that they stay in the room, they can request that they stay, and that's totally okay too. The seventh part of this is once the report has been given, the incoming nurse that is receiving the report can ask questions, and the patient can also express any concerns, questions, or any additional information that they have for the report. Eighth, when the incoming and outgoing nurse are done receiving that information, they will then sign the patient's chart just to admit that they have completed the report. And then the ninth step is that we will have a biannual survey for both the patient and the nurses involved, just to evaluate the nurse's competency and how thorough they gave the report, any feedback that they have for the report taking system, and then the patient will then report how they felt about being involved in the report. And nurses who failed to exceed in giving report at the bedside will then be involved in additional training provided by the hospital. And those are the steps.
Okay, perfect. I just reviewed the patient's chart. So do you have the format so we can finish the handoff?
Yeah, I have it right here. Let's go in.
Notes.
Hi, Lindsay.
Hey.
This is Natalie.
Hi.
She's going to be the nurse taking care of you today. I'm about to leave. But we just like to do this thing called the bedside shift report. And if you're okay with that, we're just going to be talking about your information and what's been going on with you. And if you'd like to participate, we would love that. Is that okay?
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Okay,
Thank you.
perfect. So this is Lindsay Curtis. She's 20 years old. Her primary diagnosis, so she fell down the icy stairs on BYU campus walking home from class and broke her left ankle last night. She's scheduled for an ankle repair surgery later today. Anything to add so far?
I just have a couple questions, but I can wait till
Okay.
whenever.
Okay, I mean, if you want to ask them right now, you can.
Yeah, is there any way I could get some like pain medicine or something?
Yeah, I was actually just about to go over that. So you've been receiving acetaminophen, 325 milligrams every 6 hours. Last time I came in and gave you that medication, you were at a 6. What would you rate your pain right now?
I'm probably about like a 7 right
Okay.
now.
Okay, good to know. Once we finish that up, Natalie will be right on that.
Okay, thank you.
So other things to know, so she's scheduled for her ankle repair surgery later today. She has no significant family history, no known allergies, and then her last bowel movement was yesterday.
Perfect.
Do you have any questions?
Yeah, when was she admitted?
She was admitted last night around
Okay.
5:30 p.m.
Okay, perfect.
And then do you
Perfect.
have anything to add, Lindsay?
Yeah, do you guys know when is that surgery? I'm just a little nervous for it.
Yeah, I totally understand. So the doctor is going to be coming in and talking to you. He usually comes in around like 8:30, and then from there, as soon as he can get you in. So I'm guessing it'll be around 11 or 11 to noon today.
Thank
Is
you
that
so
okay?
much. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
so glad you guys were here so quick. So
Yeah,
I
of
can have
course.
these questions answered.
Okay, well, just press your call out if you need anything, and then we'll get that pain medication for you.
Okay, thank you. Nice to meet you.
You too.
And then I'm gonna sign this, and then you can sign it.
Perfect.
Natalie, thank you so much for meeting with me today. So on behalf of hospital administration, we just wanted to have a quick little interview to talk about, how the new bedside shift reports are going and things like that. How have you noticed like them on the floor?
I really liked them, and I think the patients like them as well. The patients are able to be more involved. I feel like the patients are safer. And I've noticed, we haven't done a lot of data on it yet, but I've noticed that it seems that like falls have lowered and medication errors, there's been less of them. And as a nurse, I'm able to get to know my patient better, and they're able to get to know me better. At the beginning of the shift, I feel like it creates a better connection and just an overall better experience throughout the rest of the shift, because we started that shift with that initial like, hey, this is me, this is you. And also I've noticed that they're able to contribute to like their health history and just their needs and their status on the day, which has been beneficial.
That's awesome. That is so good to hear. Thank you so much for giving us that feedback. We're going to continue with the bedside shift reports and things like that, and we're going to have these kinds of interviews biannually. I do have a survey that I'll be able to give you, so that way you can fill that out and give us any other kind of feedback, or if you have suggestions, we'd love to hear them.
Perfect.
But yeah, I'll just leave that with you, and thank you so much
Okay.
for meeting with me today. I really
Thank
appreciate your
you.
time.
Yeah,
Thanks.
thanks.